Hi, my name's Olivia Daigneault. I am a second semester junior at Wesleyan University. I am a double major in government and Italian studies. And I started learning Italian about 2 years ago when I was 18 upon entrance into Wesleyan. A little bit about that. I come from an Italian family. I live with my mother, whose first language was Italian, and also my nonna, who immigrated here when she was younger. So I was constantly hearing it being spoken around me, but I didn't have the opportunity. It wasn't offered at my high school to learn. So going into college, I really, really wanted to like see how I could do in the language, mostly because also I love my Nona. I love my grandmother. I love her very dearly, and she has trouble with English. So she always says like she never learned English and she forgot Italian. So it's like almost like a mix. So I could never really understand her fully or the way that I wanted to growing up, but I really loved her. So I was like, okay, maybe if I learn the language, I'll be able to connect with her on a deeper level. And so the language program at Wesleyan was really amazing. After like a year and a half or a year, like I could have full conversations with my nonna. And then it kind of blossomed into something that I was a little bit more passionate about. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like this program called Ecco was being offered, and the way that my school structured our language, it was almost as if like this is the crowning achievement. You can go abroad and actually experience a full immersion. And so I was really scared at first about like I really didn't know much about what to expect, and going into a completely like foreign country. I'm from a really small town as well, and Middletown, where Wesleyan is not like very, very urban. So that also scared me, like the idea of being in a city. But I knew that my professors talked very, very highly about Ecco. I knew that I was going to be supported the whole time. So those were kind of the expectations that I had going in. And then Yvonne's class, I like adore Yvonne. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on the phone, but I love him so much. I am not impartial at all. Like he's the best. He also makes you feel very, very like like supported, and also focuses you with your language journey. We have the first couple of weeks we have practical training, like practical vocab, like how you can ask your housemate, because you live with Italian housemates as well, and mine have been absolutely amazing. But it's like, are you using the bathroom? Like, where's the broom? Really like useful things. And then we move into more literature analysis and like developing your writing ability for when you're at Unibo, which is really, really useful. Also, like conflict resolution, we learned vocabulary about that, and things that did also come in handy as a person who's living and trying to navigate a city. And then as you get more and more adjusted, they start pushing in more material. And you watch films and you read books and you talk about like critiques of Italian society, but also about society at that time. We learn about neorealism, a little bit of futurism, the medieval era, also about the history of Bologna, like the places that you see every day, because this is such like a history-rich city. There's just so much here. My favorite part is, or at least has been really recently, we've been talking about feminism and patriarchy, but also how that has existed in Italian society and how it's been expressed through art form. We're currently looking at an opera. And I really, really love that. I think Yvonne has a wonderful technique of being able to integrate all different parts of like media, and different ways of analyzing, like understanding where we're at as well. So it's like, I feel like I have grown so much from the beginning of the program, like when I first got here, and now having to leave in 2 weeks, which I'm really sad about. But I feel like my language ability has improved quite a bit. And also, Yvonne is always there. Like, I have a Unibo exam coming up, a paper, and he is like always makes himself available, is so incredibly understanding, and like everyone here wants you to succeed and do well. It's a very like tight knit community that way, and also the center is always open, even if you just want to go and like be around people. Like even when classes are corsi interni, when they're not going on, you have a space, which is really important in a city that doesn't have a campus. And especially when you are in a personal space that is completely new in your dormitories. So I thought that that was really important as well. Knowing the language has helped me with creating connections. I actually joined a youth choir here called Ad Maiora, and I am the only American in the group. So it's a bunch of young people though from ages 20 to 35. So it's people who are part of like kind of my same community or my peers, but also are, born and raised here in Bologna or somewhere else in Italy. And at first it was really, really challenging. I came in feeling like a total outsider, but with my knowledge of the language, and also I think I was helped by my own knowledge and passion for music, I slowly started integrating. I made friends. Like I go get aperitivo with my friends from choir, and I can actually talk about things that are not related to music all the time. Especially getting like colloquial, like the more informal language. I learned a lot about that as well, because I feel like as much as I love the academic environment of my university coming in, like I was learning very formal language from school, which is a little bit different when you're trying to make connections and appeal to someone on a personal level that is that of a peer. So I've learned a lot. And if I didn't have my proficiency in the language, like I would not have made those friends. And I also am really close with my housemates in Gici, which is the studentato that I am currently living in. And they know English, but I would say your learning and your improvement is totally like in your hands. So coming in, I made the decision. I said, hey, all of you guys speak amazing English, but I just want to speak in Italian while I'm in here. And I know it's going to be frustrating at sometimes. Like I won't be able to express myself with the precision that I'm used to in English, but like I really want to be able to do this so that I can get better. And I was like, and we can clarify things in English if I don't understand. And that was so like it was so important for me to accelerate my growth of getting better. I also think a huge part is like not even related to grammar or some of your like formative kind of teachings before getting here. It's because we come prepared. Like the programs from the schools in this consortium do prepare you. And you have like all the grammar, you have all the knowledge, but what matters is like the confidence to speak. So the first week, like I was really scared about like making a mistake or like sounding silly or saying the wrong thing. And most of the time that didn't even happen. Like it's really like you're just a fear that you have, like something that's intrusive. But even when it did happen, like the people here are so incredibly generous. And like I think they love the fact that you are trying and you're speaking in Italian. So I feel like my language has gotten so much better because I felt comfortable enough, and now I can like go up to someone and strike up a conversation. I can order my food easy enough. I can ask for directions. I can figure out technical things like set up a phone plan all in Italian. I can call the plumber, like stuff like that, which I have, people get nervous about doing in English, like growing up, I was scared to like call to like get food, like takeout. Like that was scary to me. And now I do it in Italian, which is even better. So yeah, overall, I would say I am so incredibly grateful. And I think a lot of the connections that I've made here are going to persist even after when I come back home. Like I've already gotten a couple of promises from my friends that I've made here that in Italy that they're going to come visit me in the United States. And then the people in the consortium too. Like I'm so happy with the deep connections that I've made because you really do become a tight knit group. So I think my one piece of advice would be like, even though it's scary, take a step, put your foot out the door too. Like if you're scared and something bad happens, you can always come back and you have the support system you need. But I think part of Bologna is that you need to get used to getting a little out of your comfort zone.